Hi everyone, this is Amrendra. I'm come back with another LeetCode example. So today we are going to solve the string to integer a to I problem, which is there in the LeetCode. So it is a medium complexity problem. It states that implement my a to I functions which convert a string to a 32-bit signed integer. So signed integer is which could have a positive or negative values. So the logic that we are implementing should follow some of the rules. So first is that ignore any leading white spaces, means in the start if there is any space, because the definition of white space is explained in the note, is that only the space character space will be considered as white space character. So any white space at the start of the string, we have to ignore it. The second condition is that the next character the next character means after, if there is any leading white space, then if there is a minus or plus, then we have to consider that as the sign of the number, a resultant number. It could be a positive number or negative number. So based on that, we have to decide whether it is the return value will be positive or negative. Third is that in the next character, until the non-digit number is there, we have to scan all the input characters and convert it into number. So if there is any digit character, let's say ABC will come, then we have to ignore all the rest of the character. And also it says that if there is no digit available in the entire string, then we have to return 0. And also what we have to return, as in the question it is mentioned that we have to return 32-bit signed integer. So let's say the provided input number is greater than the maximum of 32 base, means 2 to the power 31. Then what we have to return is 2 to the power 31. And if it is negative number, then we have to return minus 2 to the power 31, which is the integer dot max value and integer dot min value in case of C#. So today we are going to solve this problem with C#. And in the sixth, we have to return the integer as the final result. So first of all, to solve this problem, we have to understand how the number is getting created. So for that, what we can do, we have to understand the structure of the number. So structure of the number is any digit or number into 10 plus y, right? So if you will see that let's say the desired number is 4 5 6 7 8 9. So first of all, because the initial, if there is no number, then we have to return 0. So that's why we initialized it with 0. Let's say the first character 4 is coming. So what we have to do, we have to consider the whatever the current number is, which is 0 into 10 plus 4. So if we will multiply anything with the 0, it will return 0. And if we are adding 4, so obviously it will give us the number 4. In the similar way, if the next digit that we are getting is 5, so what 5 is, 5, the current number is 4, and now we are multiplying the current number uh, to make another 0 at the end. And if we are adding another digit to that particular entire number, then it will be 45. So let's say here 4 and then 5. So 4 into 10 is 40 plus 5 45. In the similar way, all the digits, let's say 456, the third character is digit is 6. So current number is 45 and we are multiplying it by 10 and then adding a digit 6, that will give us 456. In the similar way, we are getting 4 5 6 7, 4 5 6 7 8 and 4 5 6 7 9. This logic will also handle the leading 0 problems, which are, so if the initial value is 0 and then we are multiplying it with 0 or 10 or with any other number, then it will give us a 0. and if we are adding a 0 with 0, then the initial value will remain 0. So any leading 0 value will also be handled by this logic. So in the similar way, the second 0 comes, the output is still 0. But if the number 4 is coming, then the output will become the 4. And in the similar way, if the 5 is coming again, then the output will be 45, 4, 5, 1. If the first one is the third character, then the output will be 4, 5, 1. And if the fourth character is 2, then the output will be 4, 5, 1, 2. So we will use the same, implement the same logic in our code to get the desired result. So let's come to the code. So here there is a class, solution class, which is provided by LeetCode, and there is a function which is provided by LeetCode, my a2i, and the input string input which is provided is s. So first of all, because the initial if there is no number, then we have to return 0. So we are considering the return value as 0. If there, so that if we will try to calculate the value, if there is no value which need to be calculated, still we will return the 0. So we are initializing the return value with the 0. Also, we have to return a signed integer. So we have to consider the positive and negative, which is at the start of the string. So in the start of the string, if the value is minus, then we have to consider it as negative value. And if it is plus, then we have there is no change in the is negative flag, which will be false, means the is negative is false, means it is a positive value. Third is started. Why we have to keep that is started flag? There is the age started is required because we have to ignore all the white space, which is the space character at the start of the string. So there is one implementation is that we will implement one loop in which we will go through each and every character and remove all the white, ignore all the initial white space. And once all the initial conditions are satisfied, then mark it as is started true, so that we will start converting the number. And if there is no any non-digit number will come, then we have to come out of the loop and return the current number which we got calculated. Another way is that in the start, because there is only one white space character, which is space. So in the start, we can write the logic of removing all the start, ignoring all the white space character, and set a initializer to that particular index. So here we will go to all the initial logic, but first go over the calculated logic, calculation logic of the number, and then we will put the we will go through the initial steps as well. So after all the logic, if the is started is true, then it means that we are getting all the numbers. So here we will check that if the coming character, which is the current character, is between 0 to 9, then what we have to do is we have to return value into 10 plus the current number. If it is not any of the numeric digit, then what we have to do, we have to come out of the loop, and based on the its behavior, whether it is positive or negative, we will consider it as calculate the return value and return it. But there is one more glitch. Even if it is between 0 and 9, if the return value which would be calculated after this return value into 10 plus number will be greater than a 32-bit signed integer range, then we have to return the 2 to the power 31 minus 1 and minus 2 to the power 31, which is the int dot min value and max value. So how we will calculate? Use the same formula, return value is equal to return value into 10 plus number. And in the output, what we consider is, let's say we consider it as integer dot maths value. So if it will be integer dot maths value minus, just consider in the next statement, the return value is equal to return value into 10 plus number. instead of that, output just consider at integer dot maths value, and then by negating that taking that number on another side, we will get that return value will be int dot max value minus number divided by 10. So if the current return value is more than that, then what we will do is we will return the integer dot min value or max value. So how we will return integer or min value or max value? If the current negative value, which is at the start of the string, is minus, then we will return the negative value. And if it is plus, then we have to return the integer dot max value. So now we will look into the code where we are ignoring all the white space and calculate the negative and positive. So in the initial state, is started is will be false because we have to ignore all the white space and other. And if the coming character is space, then we have to go to the next character. But if the coming character is not space, then we have to move further. And because if it is not space, that means that we have to consider only one character, minus and plus, and still we can mark it as is started true, because all the further from going forward, all the digit that is coming, we have to consider only the numeric numbers. And also, if the current character is minus, then we are considering that negative value and we are making it is negative as true. Here we don't need to consider plus in the because we are already initializing the value of is negative as false. That means it's a positive value. And if the value is minus or plus, then we have to continue because go to the next character. Because but for the other 0 or to 9 character, we are going forward. And as we already make it as started, so even first character will go through this the if is started condition, and it will go through the entire logic of creating return value is equal to return value into 10 plus number. In this way, we regenerated the number in the integer form, and at the end, on the basis of is negative flag, if it is a negative number, then we are multiplying it with -1 and returning the value. So this is the way to solve this problem. I hope you understand this thing. If still there is any questions or any confusion, please put give your question in comment. I will try to re-clarify it further. Thank you.